Hi everybody, once again we are back with the sales forecast, and today I'm showing you how to create your own. So we're going to end up with something that looks like this. Now, a word of warning before we get started. This spreadsheet here, this type of forecast is heavy on formulas. So like pretty much everything beyond this point is really heavy on formulas. So if you are a real Excel beginner, you might struggle to follow along. So you pause the video regularly and just go through step by step to make it easier for you, or just drop me a message and I will send you the free download. There's no problem at all. If you're a bit more familiar with Excel, you're used to how it works and how it moves and stuff, then this should be pretty straightforward for you. So the first thing we're going to go with is the date, and then you can put any date that you want to start with, and then you just click this little bar in the bottom there and you can drag that along and it can just keep filling up for you. And then we're going to look at the sales volume forecast. So we need to know what our product or service is, and then you will just list it. Okay, so I'm going to go product A, product B, and product C. Now, the good thing about doing it this way is if you have 100 products, you can literally just keep adding them. Okay, because the way the rest of the spreadsheet is created, it's all created from this top section here as your base. So if you've got 10 products, 20 products, if you've only got one product, you can add or remove them as much as you need to, and that should be absolutely fine. And then in this one, that's not spelled correctly, is it? I don't want that. Here we're going to put the price. So that's the unit price, the selling price. So let's say £1, £10, and £100. Obviously, I am completely making these figures up. Please use your own figures. And then here in this section between the months and the products themselves, we're going to put how many units did we sell. So that's going to be quantity. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go 10, 20, and 30. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I might change that to 10, 15, and 20. I think that will look better. So we highlight all of those. Again, putting the little plus symbol on the bottom right-hand corner of your data, and then just dragging it along. That's because I'm making these figures up. You obviously would put your data in one by one. Let's merge and center that. And then now we need the totals, because we need to be able to sum our monthly sales. The formula for that is equals sum, S-U-M, open brackets, and then just highlight in each month, the lines of the products that you're looking at. So the quantity that you have, that's all you need to do. Close the brackets, hit enter. Again, go into that bottom corner and use your dragging tool and slide it all the way along, and it automatically totals them for you. And up here we need another total line, and we're going to do the same thing, equals SUM, open brackets, and this time we're going to highlight all of the quantities from the first month to the last month, close brackets, and again just drag it down. Now I'm holding the control and highlighting along, and I'm just going to put those in bold so that we recognize that they are our totals, and these ones can go in bold as well because we don't want to get confused. Brilliant. So that's that bit done. Now we're going to just copy all of this by highlighting it, Control C, come down 2 lines, Control V, and this one is the revenue forecast. Okay, now we don't need price, so we can get rid of that. And when we look at revenue, we're going to use a formula. Okay, so in the product A line of the revenue section, and let's change that as well, the formula you want to use is equals, we're looking at January product A, equals the price of product A times how many of product A we sold. And then you need to click into your formula bar and put the $2 signs either side of the letter C, in this case, the letter for the identifier, the cell reference for the price. So you put a $sign on either side of the C and hit enter. We're going to do the same thing again for line B, equals the price of product B multiplied by the quantity sold in January. And then we're going to go ahead and add the dollar symbol and hit enter. And last but not least, in product C, the price of product C multiplied by the quantity sold in January. Put in your dollar signs. You can do that with F4, but my computer, the F4 doesn't work, so that's why I can't do that. Then highlight all three of them into your little your dot at the bottom there, the dragging tool, and drag it all the way along till December. Your formulas are automatically set, so you don't need to update the totals on either end. That's automatically calculated. The revenue per month per product for you. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing with the direct cost. Copy and paste it 2 lines down, and let's go for direct costs. And here again, direct costs. Now we're going to just hold tight for 1 second, because with direct cost, next to product or service, you're going to put COGS percentage, which is cost of goods sold percentage, and we're going to work that out down here. So go workings for cost of goods sold, and you're going to need to know first of all what the product or service is, and to do that you just click equals, go up to your first one, click on product A and hit enter. So that's saying I want you to match whatever is in product A, and then you can drag it down. And if you had loads and loads of products, then you just need to drag it down. You don't need to type things over and over again. Then we're going to go, we now want to talk about the elements of the cost involved. Okay, so materials, labor, expenses, you need a total column, and you need a cost of goods sold percentage column. Okay, so you need these 5 headings here: material, labor, expenses, total, and cost of goods sold. Now it's up to you to figure out what is the material cost of each item, right? So I'm going to go with 1, and there's no labor and no expense for this one, and this one 2, 1, and 0.5. I'm obviously making it up. Please don't make it up for you. No labor cost. Let's go 2 and 2. Once you've got your elements, the material, labor, and expense elements of each item, go into the total column, and we're going to do a basic sum formula again. So equals SUM, open brackets, click on product A, material, labor, and expenses to highlight them, close brackets, and hit enter. And then again, just drag it down. Now to work out the cost of goods sold percentage, that is equals, choose the total, and then go up to the price that matches that product price, okay? And hit enter. Sorry, equals that one divided by the price, and hit enter. And then you can just drag that down. And then you want to just hit the percentage sign to change that into a percentage. Now, because I'm selling this one for £1, that doesn't make sense, so make it 50p. That one is £100. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now that you've got that, then you just go into cost of goods sold, product A, cost of goods sold, hit equals, and match it to the cost of goods sold percentage given in that column there. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and do exactly the same formulas that we used up here. So we're going to say equals, and it's not going to be C7 anymore. It's going to be this percentage one here, which in this case is C23. And we just put our dollar signs there. So equals that one, dollar sign before the C and after the C, and hit enter. And the last one as well equals 4% times the price. Again, highlight those, go into the dot in the bottom of the screen, drag it along, and that tells you how much it costs you for each item. So really, really simple. When you get the hang of it, we try to make it as easy as possible just by copying and pasting a lot of the layouts and the formulas and the positioning of where everything is. So what are you finding out here? So in January, I sold 10 items of product A. They're £1 each. That means I made £10 because 10 items times 1. And it cost me £5 because it cost me 50p for every 1 unit that I make, and I make 10. So it cost me £5 to do that. Now, if you did want to go ahead and add on some of those nice visual tools that we talked about, this is how you're going to do it. For the volume, just highlight the data set. So just highlight the units given of each volume, go to insert, click on that line graph there, and just drag that over there. And then you can format it. You saw in my one previously that I like to format things. I like to use pretty colors, change the colors, hide the backgrounds, things like that. So you can do that. Just change the titles as well. It's really important. And then you can adjust your own tables as much as you like. Doing the revenue one is pretty much exactly the same. You can highlight all 3 of those, insert, and in this case we're using a bar chart. So we're going to go to the column one, and I like to use this one, the stacked column, because it shows you each element of the prices on top of each other, and I just think that's a good way to do it. So we'll bring that one in to the picture there as well. And then the total revenue percentage one is, we're going to be looking at the revenues, but we're taking the total columns here, the very last column. So the total income over the whole year per product. And we'll go insert, and we'll insert a pie chart for that. And that is basically all it is. It's really, really simple. So I really hope you found that video useful. If you did, please let me know. Give me a like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. And like I said, if you do want it for yourself, just let me know and I'll get that sent over to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys. See you later.